Once upon a time, in a sun-dappled meadow surrounded by towering oak trees and vibrant wildflowers, there lived two very different neighbors, an industrious ant named Amelia and a carefree grasshopper named Gilbert. Their lives intertwined within the same patch of earth, yet their approaches to life couldn't have been more contrasting. Amelia was known throughout the meadow as the epitome of diligence. From the moment the first rays of sunlight kissed the dewy grass until the last light faded from the sky, she worked tirelessly. With her tiny but strong legs, she scurried across the fields, gathering grains of wheat, crumbs of bread, and sweet droplets of nectar from nearby flowers. Each morsel was carefully carried back to her cozy underground burrow, where shelves were meticulously stacked with enough provisions to last through even the harshest winter. Amelia's motto was simple: prepare today, survive tomorrow. Gilbert, however, had no such concerns weighing on his mind. He spent his days basking in the warmth of the sun, hopping from leaf to leaf, and playing lively melodies on his tiny fiddle. His laughter echoed through the meadow as he danced among the blades of grass, completely unconcerned about what lay ahead. To him, every day was a gift meant to be enjoyed to its fullest. When he saw Amelia laboring so hard under the summer sun, he often chuckled and called out, "Why waste such beautiful days hoarding food? Come play with me instead." But Amelia would shake her head, replying firmly, "Winter is coming, Gilbert. If we don't prepare now, we'll have nothing to eat when the cold winds blow." "Oh, winter is ages away," Gilbert would say with a dismissive wave of his leg. "There's plenty of time for that later. Today is for fun." And so, summer passed in this way. While Amelia worked tirelessly, Gilbert played without a care in the world. The bees buzzed lazily, the butterflies flitted between blossoms, and life seemed endless under the golden sun. Days turned into weeks, and weeks into months, with neither changing their ways. One crisp autumn morning, the first chill swept through the meadow. Leaves turned fiery shades of red and gold before falling gently to the ground, carpeting the earth in a mosaic of color. The air grew cooler, and the once abundant fields began to show signs of change. Amelia made one final trip to gather supplies, her little legs trembling with exhaustion but satisfaction in her heart. Her burrow was now brimming with food enough to see her through the long, harsh months ahead. Meanwhile, Gilbert noticed the change in the air but shrugged it off. "Plenty of time," he muttered to himself, strumming a cheerful tune on his fiddle. But as the days grew shorter and colder, the once lush fields became barren. The fruits had been harvested, the flowers wilted, and the insects disappeared into hiding. Suddenly, Gilbert realized he hadn't stored a single crumb of food. When the first snowflakes began to fall, blanketing the meadow in white, panic set in. Gilbert shivered beneath a frozen blade of grass, his stomach growling loudly. He tried to play his fiddle to lift his spirits, but his fingers were too stiff, and the music sounded hollow against the icy silence. Hunger gnawed at him, and fear crept into his heart as he realized the gravity of his situation. Desperate and hungry, Gilbert trudged through the thickening snow toward Amelia's burrow. Every step felt like a battle against the biting wind, and his usually spry legs felt heavy and sluggish. Finally, after what felt like hours, he reached the entrance to her warm, snug home. He knocked timidly on the door, which opened just wide enough for Amelia to peek out. Her eyes softened at the sight of Gilbert, who looked utterly miserable. "Amelia!" Gilbert stammered, his voice barely above a whisper. "Two didn't prepare for winter. I thought I had more time. Do you have any food to spare?" Amelia hesitated. She thought of all the hours she'd spent working while Gilbert played, and part of her felt frustrated. Why should she share her hard-earned supplies with someone who hadn't lifted a finger to help himself? Yet another part of her remembered how much joy Gilbert's music had brought to the meadow during the warm months. His melodies had brightened many a gloomy afternoon, and his laughter had been contagious. Perhaps there was a lesson here not just for Gilbert, but for her as well. Stepping aside, Amelia invited Gilbert inside. Her burrow was warm and inviting, filled with the comforting aroma of dried herbs and grains. She shared a modest meal with him and gave him a corner of her home to rest in. As they sat together, sipping hot tea brewed from mint leaves she'd gathered in the spring, Amelia spoke gently. "You know, Gilbert, preparation isn't just about survival. It's about peace of mind. Knowing that you're ready for whatever comes next allows you to truly enjoy the present." Gilbert nodded slowly, his cheeks flushed with shame. "I see that now," he admitted. "I was so focused on living in the moment that I forgot moments can turn into hardship if you're not careful." Over the next few weeks, Gilbert learned the value of preparation. He helped Amelia organize her stores, sweep the burrow, and plan for the seasons ahead. In return, Amelia enjoyed listening to Gilbert's lively tunes, which brightened their days underground. They formed a bond built on mutual respect and understanding, each learning from the other. When spring finally returned, melting the snow and bringing new life to the meadow, Gilbert emerged with a newfound appreciation for balance. He still loved to play and dance, but he also set aside time each day to gather food and help others prepare for the future. He even taught some of the younger insects how to store food properly, sharing the lessons he'd learned the hard way. From then on, Amelia and Gilbert became inseparable friends, teaching everyone in the meadow that both work and play have their place, and that true wisdom lies in finding harmony between the two. The meadow thrived not only because of hard work, but also because of the joy and laughter that accompanied it. And so, the tale of the ant and the grasshopper spread far and wide, reminding all who heard it that preparation and enjoyment are not opposites, they are partners in creating a fulfilling life.